The March 30th, 2017 meeting of the Public Safety Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Alcoffer. Here. Ms. Boyce. Here. Mrs. Conley. Here. Mr. Delahanty. Here. Ms. Harris. Here. Chairman Michike.
Here.
Mr. Morelli.
Here.
Mr. Shepard.
Here.
Mr. Terp.
Here.
Is there anyone signed up for public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak who would like to address this committee at this time? Seeing none. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the February 27th, 2017 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Madam Clerk?
Referral 17-0092, authorize a contract.
Moved by Legislator Boyce, second by Legislator Conley. Is there any discussion? Legislator Shepard.
Yes, to the administration, to the chair. What type of performance measures data is gathered?
Through the chair, it's quality control, and they look at a number of different things. Some things are set up at the beginning of the year, and then as issues arise throughout the year, we can request that the contractor look at certain situations and analyze them.
And to the administration, through the chair, is this information available to the public?
The chair, the information is not available to the public. It's not foilable. It's used by the doctors that are hired by CCS in order to improve qualities or improve conditions or things inside the facility.
Is there any other discussion? See none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Referral 17-0093, authorize an intermediate.
Moved by Legislator Conley, second by Legislator Alcoffer. Legislator Boyce.
Yes, through the chair. Good afternoon. I'm very curious when I read this. Can you give us a little bit of background on this? Did the school district approach us, and is there a particular reason as to why they're asking for this assistance?
Through the chair, yes, the school district approached the sheriff's office. This is not the first time we've completed the security and traffic detail for this event. We've done it in the past in 2013, last year, and this will be an additional time that we're completing this.
And do we anticipate that there'll be, through the chair, any other schools that'll be approaching us to do this for a junior and senior prom?
Through the chair, the sheriff's office has not, to my knowledge, been approached by any other school districts at this time.
All right. Thank you, Chair.
Legislator Morelli.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, let me just to clarify, so that the sheriff's department will be providing the security for this, essentially, is that correct? Deputies will be?
Through the chair, it is one deputy that's assigned, and my understanding is, for the most part, it is a traffic detail, but they're obviously calling it traffic and security, because obviously if there's a deputy there, security is part of what the deputies will do from the sheriff's office as well.
So through you, Mr. Chairman, this should only require one deputy. It only requires one deputy.
Through the chair, last year's agreement, they asked for one deputy sheriff. That is how the agreement was paid out, and we anticipate that same, and that's how the referral was written out.
And the sheriff himself isn't going to be attending, maybe in a tux and bringing a date? Is that the case? No? I assume that your laugh means the sheriff's not going himself.
I believe it's a deputy sheriff that will be in attendance.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Legislator Alcoffer.
Through the chair, yes, my understanding is there are two separate events.
Okay. And are these events held within the Spencerport School District?
Through the chair, no. Last year, I believe, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I believe it was at Eagle Vale, which would be an A zone. And so that's why it's being asked for by the sheriff's office, and it's in their primary jurisdiction.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Referral 17-0094, approve and adopt the Monroe County
Moved by
Hazard.
legislator Alcoffer, second by legislator Turp. Is there any discussion? Legislator Morelli.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the administration, is it possible that our office can receive a copy of this plan? Is that something we could have before the next legislature meeting?
Through the chair, Deputy Public Safety Director Tim Kohlmeyer. I'm also the emergency manager. Yes, sir, the document is in excess of 1,500 pages. We have a link to it, if that would be acceptable.
Yeah, that would be great. Dennis likes to read through those. And through you, Mr. Chairman, have we received approval from both New York State and FEMA that now allows us to approve and adopt this plan?
Through the chair, that's correct. This is the final step in that process. It's gone up through FEMA, through the state to FEMA, and then back to the state and then back to us. This is the final step.
Okay. And through you, has a public hearing already been scheduled, and where will that be held?
Through the chair, yes, it's been scheduled for April.
Okay. Is the public through you, Mr. Chairman, is the public hearing the night of the legislature meeting? Is that the public hearing?
Through the chair, that's correct.
Okay. And through you, Mr. Chairman, are there any other governmental subdivisions that need to adopt this, or is this just for the county to adopt?
Through the chair, at least one local municipality has to also adopt it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Is there any other discussion? Legislator Conley.
Through you to the administration, are there any significant changes in the 2016 plan compared to the 2011 plan?
Through the chair, yes, there's no substantive changes to it, but the format is different as it's a living document, so it's been reformatted, but there's no substantive changes to it.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Referral 17-0110,
Moved by
authorize the
legislator
contract.
Turp, second by legislator Delahanty. Is there any discussion? Legislator Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, to the chair, to the administration. Just noticed that the contract was just for 6 months. Is there any reason why it's a 6 months contract?
Through the chair, Michael Sayers from the Department of Public Health. We use two different grants for this contract that expands throughout the year. And for this $60,000 grant, it covers approximately 6 months of this contract. And we have another Public Health Emergency Preparedness grant that covers for the rest of the fiscal year.
Thank you. Due to chair to the administration, I have a follow-up question. I'm looking through the referral, and I noticed that it explains some details about what it will support, but can you go through and explain a little bit more in detail, more than what the referral is, as I'm trying to figure out exactly what the program does?
Absolutely. Through the chair. Medical countermeasure planning provides local, state, and federal medication and medical supplies to our county residents, all 30 municipalities within the county, during any public health emergency. It has been used just recently this month when we had the windstorm 2017, and we had to request through the county to the state for oxygen concentrators and for hospital shelter beds that helped support some of the municipal shelters and the Red Cross shelters that existed during that event. We've also used it to, in other counties nearby, for requesting hepatitis A vaccine when there was an outbreak in Seneca County in November 2015. We don't have that amount of vaccine here, so we request those medical countermeasures to get that support, or the neighboring county would do that. So the plan reaches out to all the municipalities. We have pre-planned sites to distribute medication. There is a tremendous amount of effort goes into training with municipalities, school districts, and conducting exercises and providing updates to all of our plans.
Thank you. I have another follow-up question to that. With this, with all of that data, do you keep track of data? And is there any data that's associated with this grant that you have to keep track of to submit?
Well, we report back on all the exercises, plans, and communications that the medical countermeasure consultant does complete for us, and we turn that into the Department of Public Safety on a quarterly basis as required.
Thank you. Is there a way that we can get a copy of that through the chair to the administration?
Absolutely. It would normally be requested through the Department of Public Safety to get that.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? No, there being no other matters, the March 30th, 2017 meeting of the Public Safety Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Public Safety Committee will be held on Monday, April 24th, 2017 at 5:30 p.m.